Alright y'all, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel because today we are going to be going over some very time sensitive Bitcoin and Ethereum technical analysis. I want to explain our current situation as well as talking about some of my price targets. So I want to start with Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is currently consolidating in this massive falling wedge pattern. And you can see in a falling wedge is a bullish pattern overall. However, we can see that we have come to the bottom of the trend line, and on the daily time frame we have printed what is known as a bullish divergence. A bullish divergence is where price is making a lower low from the previous low that we put in over here in this wick, but momentum is making a higher low. Now this is usually a sign that we're going to get a move to the upside, and indeed we have gotten a move to the upside. In fact, this made for a really nice long position that we took over here in the VIP Discord. If we go to the Bitcoin trade swing trade setup, so you can see that on January 3rd we were actually looking for price to come down to around that $41,000 level, take out the previous low with bullish divergences for a long, and so we are currently in that long trade right now. In fact, let's see, yep, so we longed it from down here, and that trade is currently in some decent profits right now. But what is happening at the current moment? We are running into a little bit of resistance here, and that is because if we go down to a lower time frame, we can see that we are indeed getting some slight bearish divergences here on the lower time frames as we come up into an important area of resistance. And so what can we expect for Bitcoin? Well, if we zoom in and let's go to maybe the 1 hour time frame, I think it's important to realize that we actually have been trading sideways here for quite some time. In fact, since the 6th of January over here, we've literally been trading sideways with a very clearly defined high up here and a very clearly defined low down in this area. In fact, we can just kind of use our eye here to draw some lines on the chart, and let me clean this up a little bit by removing the trend lines. We can just draw some lines on the chart and see that we have some pretty decent areas where we come to the high, again coming up to that high area, and then we come to the low, come down to the low area. So if we are able to break above this little tiny range of consolidation right here, then I think we can see Bitcoin reach some higher prices. Most notably is going to be the $47,000 level up here. Okay, and the reason why that's such an important area is because we do have this very nice high volume node right here, and not only that, but even if we go back in history more, we can see that there's just so much volume that has traded at this level. We see it's a very high volume node right there. So if we are able to come above this little area of consolidation right in here, then we don't really have much resistance at all until we come back up to that $47,000 level. And so going back to our bigger time frame, if these bullish divergences on the daily continue to play out, I do think that it's very probable that we do at least come up to this $47,000 level and potentially even break out of this wedge like this. We come up to the $47,000 level, come back maybe for a retest, and then the next major area of resistance that Bitcoin will have is about the $56,000 to $57,000 area. And again, the reason for that is because it's a very high volume node. In fact, it is the highest volume node that Bitcoin traded throughout the entire year of 2021. If we just take a volume profile from January 1st, 2021 to our present day, we can see that that $57,000 area is a very high volume node. In addition to that, if we take a Fibonacci retracement tool from this swing high right here to this low, we can see that we do have a golden pocket coming in right at that area. So people are getting very bullish right now on Bitcoin in general. And usually when people are getting very bullish, there's an unexpected drop to the downside. Today is Wednesday, and because it's Wednesday, I've noticed that the markets tend to have a lot of volatility on these days. So it is very possible that instead of coming to the upside, we either do get some kind of a rejection maybe when we come up to the trend line and then come back down for another move to the downside, or we simply do reject it, the resistance we're at, and come down to the downside. Now, if we do get a move to the downside, there are some very important areas of support where we can look for longs, because the best way to trade, in my opinion, is to buy low and sell high, right? Buy low and sell high, which is why, I like to zoom in on the chart and see, where are the local highs and lows, because if we can identify these, then we can look for a long here, we can look for a long here, we can look for a long down here. And once we identify a high, then we can look for shorts when we come up near those high areas, okay? Now, if we do get another move to the downside, we do have some very, very important supports below us that I think we need to be aware of. If we go back to the daily time frame, we can see that in this little box I have drawn here, there are some very significant places where I think price can find some very good support. First of all, we do have this yearly value area low coming in right here at about $39.5 thousand. And then we also see that down in this box, we have this last bit of liquidity here before a big drop that could take us down lower. And so a potential scenario here is that we come down to this area and get a bounce out of the box from that trend line, break out of this falling wedge. It would throw a lot of people off, because a lot of people are looking for lower prices right now. A lot of people are looking for higher prices right now, getting overly bullish. But if we come down lower, it would throw a lot of people off, stop a lot of people out. And another thing it could do, at least on some of these higher time frames, like maybe the 12-hour time frame, if we do get another massive drop, or even on the 8-hour time frame, we could see something like this, where the 8-hour time frame gives us a very nice bullish divergence coming out of here, and we can see the money flow curving to the upside. That would be an ideal scenario for me, at least for getting long into a long position on Bitcoin. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm looking at with Bitcoin, targets to the upside and targets to the downside. And of course, if we lose this white box, then the next major target to the downside for me is going to be, around that 30K level, but more specifically, this golden pocket from the dump of the low that we put in March 2020 to the all-time high. So those would be the two major areas of support that I'd be looking for. Now, I want to talk about this is Binance Coin. By the way, guys, Binance Coin, juicy long that we're in right now. We did post this in the VIP Discord. By the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Let's see where I posted this in here. This is a thriving community of traders, guys, where we post technical analysis and trade setups. And we do 2 live streams a week. We go over Bitcoin, we go over Ethereum, we go over altcoins. People are posting the juiciest technical analysis and trade setups in here. Also, if you do want to learn how to trade, if you're struggling to be a confident, profitable trader, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will help struggling traders learn 5 profit-taking strategies in 90 days without emotions, making bad entries, so that they can potentially quit their job and become full-time traders. I have actually talked to many people after taking this course who have actually quit their job to trade full-time, because what this does is we help you systematize your trading so that you have a very clear plan, very clear entry, very clear exit, very clear risk management, which is very, very important. You can check out the testimonials here. We just added some new content in here, another juicy trading strategy that I use a lot here. It's called the Chickens Drinking Water Trading Strategy. There's currently a 20% discount in the description of the video. Make sure to check it out. So let's go over quickly Ethereum. Ethereum getting a very juicy bounce from a very key area of support as well. And this is a long trade that we're also currently in the VIP Discord. If we go to the Ethereum swing trade setups, the last setup that we posted was from I'm sorry here. Let's see. This is the last setup that we posted right here from this very important level where we had massive confluence because we had anchored VWAPs, we had multiple fib levels, and we just had a lot of volume coming in right here. And so we are long from that area, and this was the initial bounce right from that golden pocket, and now the trade is over 200% in profits right now. I actually posted a video about it yesterday. a little short video. You can see right now Ethereum is pumping right now, and it's very important that we are getting a bounce from this level. And the reason for that is because if we take a look at this little cup and handle pattern that we are potentially forming right here. This is a 3-day time frame, by the way, guys. And I'm going to remove this old golden pocket right here and this one up here because they are no longer relevant. But we can see that if we take a measured move from this low to this high that we put in, then we form this cup and handle. And when we got our bounce from the bottom, we came up to the 1-to-1 fib extension for a nice rejection. Now, the best place that you can retrace off of if we want to see further upside for Ethereum, and Ethereum and Bitcoin do trade together, so if we want to see more upside for Ethereum, it's very important that we get a bounce off of this golden pocket, because if we want the uptrend to continue, where we have our low, our high, our higher low, our higher high, this is the best place to put in a higher low. And the reason for that is because it is the golden pocket retracement from the literal low of the move that we put at the bottom of the cup and handle to that high where we rejected off of the 1-to-1 fib extension. And so if we can get a bounce here, and if we can get some kind of a relief rally here with the Bitcoin and potentially even the Ethereum, then it's very, very probable that we make our way back up to the 1.272 if we are able to come above this 1-to-1 fib extension. And if that happens, we can also take a fib extension and take it from this low down here to this high right here, back down to where we got our retracement, and see that the 1-to-1 fib extension of this move would actually be a $6,000 Ethereum. Now, is that going to happen? Of course, there's no way for us to tell. The only thing we can do is mark out our levels and trade according to what our confirmations on our indicators are telling us. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you got anything good out of it. Also, guys, if you do want to join the Discord, you can go to patreon.com/Jason Casper. Also, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com for the trading course. God bless everybody, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.